So sometimes folks will ask me why I've chosen to put the 4-24 on this particular rifle, which is a fair question. It's a really qualified optic. It's an excellent one, so why go with a 22 4.57? And I do have some reasons. Number one, I shoot rimfire a lot, and so I don't want to put a very limited or poor quality piece of glass on my 22. I want something that is going to be super consistent in performance. I need something that has a reticle that can go really far. This, with the Tremor3 version in particular, I mean, the regular version can go far. There's plenty of internal travel. But with the Tremor3, I can take this to 627 technically without even dialing. You can just hold over. But of course I always do. I usually dial about 20 and hold 22. And I just trust them. That's another really big part of it. I hate questioning whether an optic or turrets or glass is actually good, especially turrets. If the turrets are no bueno, you know, then you just end up questioning everything all the time, and you're not really sure if it's you or the ammo or the gun or whatever. And so I just like being able to take that out of the equation. It's a very, you know, it's an expensive optic, I guess, compared to some others, but it's a really qualified optic. It's a 30 mil, so it fits really nicely on the small 16-inch package. And I find that I can shoot this really close, I can shoot it suppressed, I can shoot it really far, and it keeps up with most rifles really well. So I wanted probably my most versatile optic, which this probably is. I wanted this on here. And you know, it's lightweight. It's really an impressive optic all the way around. And I think there's a new Trace Advanced coming out. It's maybe just in Europe, but maybe in America too. And it looks super aggressive. I'm very excited about it. But this is definitely one of my favorites. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time here at 86 yards, and I'm going to shoot off the railing, just 2 positions, just kind of practicing the actual position here for some upcoming centerfire matches. And I'm gonna use holdover instead. A lot of times I'll dial, especially if I have the time, I wanna be precise, but I'm gonna use holdover instead. That'll be fun. I'll turn off my microphone. Hopefully you can hear the hits above the wind. There we go, it's done. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but what I was trying to say is I want really good glass that can sustain a reticle that goes all the way down there. If I have, like, you know, kind of a bendy image or a foggy image, just poor quality, at the bottom of the glass where those extreme holdovers are, then what's the purpose in having the holdover? If I can't magnify up to 24 power without, having still a really good eye box, like it has to be easy enough to get behind. If I can't get up there, then what's the purpose in having it other than just spotting on perfect conditions on the perfect day, and you hope that there's not too much mirage or humidity or whatever. So on those poor quality scopes, I just don't want that on a gun I'm going to shoot all the time. So something that I have done is rifles that I don't shoot a lot, they tend to get, even if they're expensive, okay? Rifles that I don't shoot a lot, they tend to get the optic that's, okay. And I don't have too many poor quality optics, but just the okay optic. And then the rifles that I shoot very often and just love, like this 457, well, then they're going to get the better glass, and I want to be able to have a better viewing experience more often. I really like glass, and I really like good scopes, and so I don't know. I suppose I could put on some other optics on here that are also really decent, or I could put on a cheap, $400 scope or something like that. But I think this fits the best for me with this application. I've also seen Gage Grizzle, I think he also had one on an AR, and it looked really, really good. I think that's an awesome application there too, being that it's a 30mm tube, has the Tremor3, but I've enjoyed it on my 308. I suppose, honestly, if I had more than one of these, I would have it on more than one rifle. That's the case. I would just have it, and you would see it all the time. Like this one, you see all the time, because I like it a lot, and I will switch it around and put another rifle for a day or two just because I want to have that experience. But typically it's just going to come back and live on this 457 because I compete with it. It's a rifle I can loan out. It is a suppressor host. It's backpackable. I can actually fold it up and fit it completely in my Eberle stock. It's just a very modular kind of system, and that's why I have it on QD rings. If you ever looked at that, thought that was odd. So I can quickly throw it on different things and have some fun with it. It's just a really, really capable optic. So that's a long-winded way of saying I like it because I like it, and it does everything I want it to do. So post down in the comments, what is the one optic that kind of covers all the bases for you and does the many, many things that you would like to do when it comes to rifles, whether that's close range, competition, long range? What's the optic that would be like your go-to?